Okay, now we should all be a little bit warmer. We can get on with some technique. Now, you maybe won't be surprised to hear that we are doing one travelling step and one piece of technique. I mean, I know, it's shocking. It's only what we've done for the last 3 classes already. What might surprise you is to hear we're doing the technique first. Yes, I know, the world will tip upon its axis. What shall we do? Now, you may notice I am wearing a very jangly hip belt today. Apologies for this if it makes anything hard to hear, but I am wearing it for a reason, and if you have anything noisy you can tie around your hips, today is the day to do it, because we are going to be looking at shimmies. Now, we've done a few shimmies before. Now, these ones, we've used them in the warm-up, and they speed up, and you get a shimmy. We've used our shoulders, 1, 2, 3, 4, and speed up until we get a shimmy. But there are lots of different shimmies we can use, and since I've been pointing out the places you can put them in the choreography, I thought now was a good time to go over them. So, firstly, for your shimmy, you want to try to keep the part you're shimmying as isolated as possible. So if you're shimmying your shoulders, you don't want to be moving your hips. You'll notice when I move my shoulders, you do get a little bit of noise. The trick is to minimize that noise. Also, with a shoulder shimmy, you don't want to waggle your hands. It's not, which you'll notice move my shoulders more as well. Imagine your hands are resting on a surface, and we're just going to move one shoulder forward, one shoulder back while keeping the hands still. And forward, and back, and forward, and back, and forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, until we work it up to a shimmy. With the hips, it's the same. You relax. Nice relax. You do not want to be stiff when you shimmy. A shimmy like this is not nearly as nice as a shimmy like this. You'll shimmy a lot more easily, more comfortably. You'll be able to sustain it for longer. And it will look and sound nicer if you relax. So, feet are hip width apart. Tail is tucked. Our bodies are relaxed. Our knees are relaxed. Our legs are relaxed. It's not bent, but a little bit soft. And we just push one leg back, not to locked. Relax the other, and swap. And swap. And swap. And swap. And swap. And we speed it up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. And if this is as fast as you can go for a shimmy, that is still a pretty good shimmy in my book. So we're just going to start counting out. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E. And try to keep on shimmying. Take a deep breath in, let it out. Don't drop your shimmy. If you think you're going to stop, shimmy harder. And you keep going. And stop. So, that's one kind of shimmy. It's the kind of shimmy that goes with this kind of shimmy. And it's the kind of shimmy that is done in modern Egyptian belly dance. There are lots of other kinds of shimmy out there. So just in case you prefer them to this kind, we're going to look at some different sorts of shimmy. So we have, this is a shimmy that's used, I think it's used in Turkish belly dance. If you look at a lot of classical Egyptian belly dance, where they have the big skirts, it's used there, and it's used a lot in AMCAB. If you look at American belly dance, if you watch American belly dance tutorial videos, they're likely doing this kind of shimmy and not the other kind. So for this, bend your knees more. This is where the big skirts come in. When people started wearing slinkier skirts, they felt a bit silly with their knees sticking out. So bend your knees and you drop one hip and you let the other one come up. And you drop that hip and you let the other one come up. It's just like our knees going back, but now the focus is on our hips, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and a, can you keep it going, please? Okay. Personally, I prefer this one, but you'll probably find one shimmy that works better for you, if it's this or if it's that. It's good to know both, but for our choreography, you can use whichever shimmy you like. Quite often you can just do one of these. So there are a couple more kinds of shimmies. The first shimmy I learned was not a shimmy at all. Now, I strongly recommend against getting this one programmed into your body before you have learned this one or this one. Because once you have learned this, it is incredibly difficult to learn any other kind of shimmy, because all the other kinds of shimmies rely on relaxing. You relax your legs and let them flop back and forth. Or you relax your hips and you let them go up and down. This one involves tightening all the muscles. We're just going to try it quickly. You tighten everything up. You tighten so much it becomes tense. This is a shiver. Very small, very controlled, very tight. It does not make a big impact on stage, but if you're doing a slow, internal sort of dance, like the tech scene, which we have not looked at yet, it can be quite nice just to bring it in and the emotional moments. Don't practice that one too much until you've got this under your belt, okay? One more sort of shimmy. This I've heard described as an advanced shimmy, so don't worry about it too much. It's also known as the thunder shimmy. It's a heel tap. That's all. And 2. And 3. Just dropping back onto your heels. And 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Letting that shake. You don't need to actually lift your heels now, but let that shake like up to your body to like crescendo. It can be very nice at dramatic moments. So we have our shimmies. We have our shoulders. We have our classical Egyptian. We have our traditional Egyptian and crab shimmy. We have our shiver. This one. And we have our thunder shimmy. So, what do we do with them? Well, you can just stand there and shimmy, which is what we're going to be doing for some of the accent pieces in our choreography. You can, when you get a bit better at it, layer them. You can show them onto some of the moves we've already done. You can come up onto your toes. You can get this one going. Now I'm just doing a normal shimmy, but I am pattering my feet up and down as I go, and now I can travel with them. You can move with them. You can use them as an accent. Drum solos, which we might look at later, are 90% shimmy, because you get a shimmy going, and it comes over here, and you can do a different shimmy, and it comes over here, and you travel with the shimmy, and you stop, and you do a different shimmy. Very dramatic. There is lots you can do with a shimmy. What we're going to be doing with our shimmy in our choreography is using it as an accent. So, the question is, what sort of things can we use it as an accent for? Well, the first thing, which we'll be looking at later on today, is a 3-point turn. So here we come to our second step, the travelling step. I did promise you one, and it is just exactly what it sounds like. It's a turn in 3 points. Point 1, Lift the foot you're going to step onto. Move your weight mostly to it. That's the first step, sometimes called a 3-step turn as well. Point 2, pivot on that foot, the weight's all on there, and turn to the back. Now your weight is kind of ready, but not for this foot. Point 3, onto that foot, turn over. And you're facing the other way. So you've gone 3-point turn, and 3-point turn, and 3-point turn, and 3-point turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We go over it again. Your weight is all on this foot, or if you're going the other way, that foot, I don't care. Tap this foot, get ready to transfer the weight to this foot. 1. Weight goes onto this one. As you turn on it, flip to the back. 2. That tap's prepared to go onto this foot again. Weight onto this foot, flip over again. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you can make them smaller. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. However much room you've got. So, hopefully that's nice and simple. Normally, this is the point where I put on some music and we would improvise with those movements. But let's be honest, that would be nothing but 1, 2, 3, shimmy, 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 1, 2, 3, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. So instead, we're going to do some 3-point turns, stop, and I want you to pick a shimmy, 3-point turn, and do any other shimmy you like. So you can do one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these. You can go up and do one of these if you're quick. The only rule is you can't do the same shimmy twice in a row. Okay, and you'll notice we finish in this sort of pose. So you're going to be doing one of these, or one of these, or one of these. Bring your feet in very fast. Or just one of these, or one of... All things are possible, but it might need a little ingenuity. Are we ready? Going this way first. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and shimmy. 1, 2, 3, and shimmy. 1, 2, 3, and shimmy. I swear that's not the same one I was doing last time. 1, 2, 3, and shimmy. 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 You get the general idea. So, hopefully, that was fairly straightforward. If you want more practice with your shimmies, I can't really show you here because I'll drop out of view, I think. But the best thing to do is to stand either with a cupboard drawer behind your legs and just 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, patting your legs back till you can feel the cupboard behind you. Or sit on the floor, put your hands behind you, lean back on them a little, and drum your knees against the floor. These are both ways of practicing the modern classical Egyptian shimmy. For this one, just see how long you can keep it up. Okay, hope that helps a little bit, and you'll see where those fit into our choreography next time.